Is your team ready? Recently, I wrote an article called Armor Up for Post-Pandemic Business Trends. And in our research for that article, we identified three main customer service areas that teams need to be prepared to address in the predicted post-pandemic expectations. And those three areas are transparency, automation, and human connection with a touch of personalization. So today I'm going to cover the third element, which is also my favorite, the human connection. Well, I find it a bit ironic that there's the desire for human interaction came up immediately again and again right after we want things to be automatic. So which is it? Well, I think the answer is we want automatic until we don't, until we run into a problem, and then we want a person. I love that I can monitor my wireless phone service automatically. I can check my data on the app, I can pay my bill online, I can even shop for a new device without ever leaving my recliner or talking to a salesperson. But several months ago, I saw a huge overcharge on my account. And I quickly got frustrated with the chatbot who just couldn't understand what I wanted through the website's portal. So I eventually asked to talk to a person. It took me forever to get a real human being on the other line. See, automation is great until all of a sudden it isn't. Eventually, I received a person, and she was smart and quick and easy to communicate with. And she had that $175 credit back on my account in no time. But it was a lot of time in getting to her in the first place. We like a human connection. Now, some of you listening to this are going to totally disagree with me, but here's what I believe. If you are a small enough firm that you can answer your phone with a live human, even if it's one who just directs the call, you have created a connection. Humans want to talk to another human, if at all possible, when we're trying to problem solve. And on that other end, stop being robotic and instead be engaged. Using scripts over and over, it just doesn't work. We want that connection. Here's your bonus action. It makes sense that the higher the personalization of the human connection, the greater the impact. Here's a story that illustrates this perfectly. My appliance repairman Dave and I have built a humorous rapport over the 2 decades that he's made house calls. Last week, he called at 7:30 a.m. to confirm his arrival time that morning, but he didn't just call and say, here's what time to expect me. Instead, he said with that air of familiarity, "Boy, when I saw your name on the list, I thought it better not be that darn ice maker again." And I laughed and said, "Nope, it's the dryer this time." We both giggled a little, and an hour later, he was ringing my doorbell, ready to fix my broken appliance. I do business there not because of the owner or not because of the products they sell. I continue to do business there because of Dave. When you buy an appliance, sooner or later, it's going to need a repair. At least at our house, it seems to. And I like to know that there is that air of familiarity, the human touch. When that doorbell rings, I know it's Dave on the other side. Are you creating Daves in your organization? People that your customers want to interact with? Because that's the third and, in my opinion, the most important component of reconnecting and being ready during a post-pandemic time.